Hey Ratbags, it's Jade. Smalland Survive the Wilds has got a new update, the campsite update. It's gone live today on PC, but not console, although it does say it will be coming soon. So let's talk about what this update has, and then some maybe troubling info about the future of Smalland potentially. Now I should be a happy bunny because it does feature seemingly a rat or very mashed up mouse. In fact, there's going to be rodent armor that you can get hold of, as well as a new NPC, and you will be able to have a new mount, which is of course a mouse. An infant mouse to be precise. I'm guessing that's trying to explain how big they are. So it's a new area that's been added, looks like it's in between or very close to the northern desert. New armor, new spear, and some new consumables. You can go and gather mouse fur, mouse hide, and the infant mouse, which can be incubated in a challenging new event that will push even the most seasoned adventurers to their limits. New gear is also available, including a powerful rodent spear and a full 4-piece rodent armor set, adding new ways to enhance your survival. For the curious minded, a quirky new NPC, the Prospector, is laying in wait. Although maybe it's called the Archaeologist, as that's mentioned later on. So I think there's a bit of an error here in the listing. She's going to be found in the Chaotic Worksite. You now got abilities to choose different respawn locations. There's a new way to get up to the northern desert and lots of balance fixes apparently. And yes, only gone live for PC. Now normally they can take maybe up to a month for some updates, but it does sound like they are saying it's going to arrive very soon. It's disappointing, but maybe not that unheard of. It does look cool, and obviously I love rats. Well, I don't really love rats, but it's my logo, it's my character. I call you all Ratbags. So we can accept a mouse as a mount for sure instead of a rat. These screenshots look good and I am eager to give it a try, but honestly I'm feeling a bit pooped after doing lots of renovating and gardening this week. So I think I'm going to try and just chill tonight and also hopefully sleep off a developing cold. But if I'm better, then like I said, I will try and maybe do a stream or a video of the actual update and show you guys maybe how to tame the new rodent and explore the new area over the weekend. Obviously, Smalland has changed quite a bit. They've had a slew of content drops come since it launched out of early access back in February. And relatively, they have improved the game or added things people really wanted. So all good, right? Well, no. Merge Games are the publishers and they were the original makers of the game. It was their first game they developed in-house instead of just publishing. British company, small, but they've published loads of games like Dead Cells, Darkest Dungeon and more. They actually sold Merge, or basically combined with Maximum Entertainment about 1.5 years, 2 years ago. And sadly, Merge has now been shut down. All the staff that worked there have been fired and have basically just took on board the games that they had. So a lot of games may not see content drops that they maybe were meant to get. New games that were announced as being published by them may not actually materialise, even though Maximum have said they're going to take them on. And it's pretty crap. Obviously Smalland's development does seem to be okay at the moment. The developers have just switched over and it's now just Maximum. And for some of you guys, none of this really matters to you. You don't really care, but you should do. It matters who makes your games, who publishes them, and who produces the content around games like updates and patch notes and more. So I was pretty disappointed to see some of the Merge teams fired. They've always been pretty good. I've been critical of Smalland, feeling like it never reached its full potential. And now I'm starting to see maybe why. Maximum Games have got a bit of a shady reputation and have been going through some troublesome times themselves, basically not making enough money. Back in February of this year, they pretty much shut down a whole bunch of projects, including one where DLC was in the works for this fighting game, which looks like it's literally ripped off My Little Pony. Just like with Merge, they went and fired the whole team and pretty much have left the game in a really bad state with unlimited combos and infinite damage and stuff basically never being able to be fixed. That's if you go by a lot of Reddit posts and on Twitter where you can see some of this stuff from maybe former employees. I've always felt for a long time that Smalland had big ideas when I did interviews with their original developer Kev and spoke to their marketing guy and stuff that they wanted this game to really be big. It was always a major surprise to me when they launched it out of early access so soon, even though there was clearly lots of stuff that should have been added, as the updates since then have added the stuff that was meant to be there. And we're not talking about just some extra stuff that no one really needed anyway. There was really core mechanics that simply arrived, like changing the crafting system and the taming system only months after their full release. It's because Maximum were desperate to get some money, and what better way than to push it out on Xbox and PlayStation as quick as they could. Smalland did okay on PC, but never sold millions of copies, and I think it did just about okay on Xbox and PlayStation. But it's also had 3 different price points. When it launched in Early Access, a reasonable price. Then when it came out of Early Access, it kind of increased quite a bit, and then they went and increased it again. So this might all lead nowhere. Smalland might keep getting development and keep getting updates, adding and eventually fulfilling the potential that should have been there from its full launch. But just a word of warning. With the history of Maximum Entertainment and with no one left behind the scenes who helped get Smalland pretty much made as a game from their publishers, it might end up being one of them games that just gets basically jettisoned and left. I got a lot of heat for my review of Smalland 1.0 with some people complaining, mainly console players, because they hadn't really played the early stages of the game and seen it develop and didn't realise that what I had seen was a game that just got rushed. I've always liked Smalland, but yeah, it definitely needed work. Anyhow, it's had a bunch of updates. I should maybe jump in, give it a fair shot, and let's just hope that in future it doesn't get shut down like some of the other games I've spoken about and showed today. As said, I'm going to do my best to maybe jump on and show some of the new stuff. I'm going to see how my medication kicks in and maybe if I can get enough energy. Until next time, Ratbags, for the best in survival crafting games, I'll see you Ratbags later.